Who's ready for weird? We ready to get weird?
Me.
Let's get weird.
I'm always down to be weird.
Woman willing to breastfeed her husband. Breastfeed her husband. Now we have entered weird.
I wasn't ready.
I know when you think of, or when you hear breastfeeding, like, oh, a woman says it's okay for her husband to breastfeed on her. It sounds like it's some kind of like innuendo for something, but she's literally talking about him latching onto her chest and giving a good sucky to get some milk out.
Wow.
And I was scrolling on Instagram the other day. I saw this on the Shade Room. Mm-hmm. It's this woman who is on My Strange Addiction, and her username is @It'sRachelBailey, and she posted this video justifying why her and her husband get a little weird.
I don't see nothing wrong with breastfeeding my husband. I actually love the bond. It helps me out. He finishes off the job. A lot of people ask why I do it, why we do it. There's various reasons, but in all actuality, there really is nothing wrong with it. I always like to make jokes that, you can drink other milks out there because you're told to, but when it's milk that it's from a person it's a little weird or considered weird. But it is because we tend to lash on things we don't understand. So that's practically the reason why I wanted to put it out there, so that those who do it don't feel alone.
Like she said, a lot of people lash on things they don't know or they don't know about. This is just a natural thing. It's natural.
Very natural.
A natural liquid, milk, coming from a human, and it's not hurting anybody. It's not hurting myself. It's not hurting her. So it's just something that we do.
Okay, so wait. Yes, breastfeeding is very natural.
Disgusting.
Breastfeeding is very natural. Your husband breastfeeding off of you, no, that is not. And she says he finishes the job. So does she have a child? Like, is she actively breastfeeding? Because I'm like, he's taking milk from the baby. Like, you need to pump that safe for the baby. And then the addiction. Is she addicted to breastfeeding her husband, or is her husband addicted to being breastfed?
Because it's a fetish. It's a legitimate fetish some people have. But my favorite part of all of this is Bert's face, forgetting that he has drank breast milk.
Oh, yeah.
Of someone in studio.
Now, I didn't take it right from the breast.
No.
That's important to know.
I wasn't allowed. You are not allowed to take it from the tap.
Just so you know, I didn't ask. But yeah, that's strange. That is strange. But it's not the strangest breastfeeding story I think that we've had on the Bert Show.
So Abby sent this content to us, and of course, immediately we were going to talk about it because it's right up the Bert Show's alley. And I responded, "Is it time we introduce Abby to the Ninny?"
I think this is probably the most talked about call that we ever had on the Bert Show. In fact, we didn't believe that it was real, and we had to get confirmation that it was. But yeah, this was 15 years ago?
At least.
15 years ago.
And you're telling me this is going to be weirder than a husband drinking breast milk from a woman's breast?
Oh, yes. Yep. Yeah, that's exactly what I'm telling you.
No,
okay?
there's no way.
This is the infamous Bert Show Ninny call.
Hey, Ashley.
Hi.
You're on the voice disguiser. I have to be totally honest with you. I'm glad that you called up, but our initial response is like, okay, this can't be true.
No, it's true. It's definitely true. I swear by it. And my friends know about it. My family jokes about it. But my mother weaned both me and my sister when we were about 2. It took me a little longer. She actually had to put hot sauce on her boobs to make me stop coming back for more.
How old were you when you stopped breastfeeding?
I was about 2 or about 2 and a half.
Why does it say 17?
Yes, but what happened was I would come back for more throughout the years. I think it was just a comfort thing. And I would always come back and, my mom would call it Ninny, and I'd say, do you want some Ninny? And I'd say, yeah, sure. So throughout the years, I would have Ninny, what we called Ninny. And when I got chicken pox at 13 or 14, she gave it to me then because, I felt horrible. And, we just lay down and I'd suckle. Then when I was 17, I remember also having it then. And I think the last time I had it was before I got married. I was about 25. See if I wanted it because I was really distraught. And she said, would you like some Ninny? I said, sure. So, I had my Ninny and I felt better. I swear to God.
You would put your mouth around your mother's breast at 25 years old?
My mother just had 2 girls and we were very close. And she just thought, she also probably liked the closeness and I didn't mind it either. I mean, we don't have a weird relationship at all. We have our ups and downs. It's just a normal mother-daughter relationship.
Is this something that you ever thought that you might need to go see somebody professionally for?
Oh, no, I don't crave it. It's just, I don't crave it at all. It's just something that me and my mom, it's like a little understanding we have that, he'll offer it to me sometimes. See, and actually, when my dad sees me doing it, he thinks it's hilarious. He's like, he doesn't sit there and watch, but he just thinks it's cute. I wouldn't look down on somebody or think they're abnormal because they do it, because I've done it and I know I'm a normal person. But it's just something that I always did with my mom, and I never really saw anything wrong with it. Now I think I wouldn't. But not because I'm older now, and to me, now it has more of a different connotation, I think. But
Well, you say you're older now, but you were 25 the last time you did it. So you're how old now?
I'm going on 28.
How old was your mom the last time you ninnied?
Oh, she'll be 60.
Ashley, how long are you going out with guys when you tell them that this is still part of your personality, your routine?
It's come up probably after a year or so into the relationship.
And do most guys at that point just go, this is not something I want to be involved in, or that doesn't bother
Oh, no,
them?
they just think it's weird. If by that time they know me and they love me.
So, and again, there's no breast milk.
Yeah.
Good God.
All right, Abby, your thoughts?
I was willing to give her a chance at 13. I was like, you got chicken pox. Breast milk is supposed to be good for you. But then when I found out there was no breast milk and she did it, right before she got married?
Yeah.
Absolutely not.
Did she say her mom was 60?
She
Yes.
did. It was
So
quick.
now she'd be like 75.
Yeah.
It's probably like powdered milk now.
And
She's still around.
And Dad used to watch.
And Dad, yeah.
Yeah.
I forgot about that detail. Like now, after the fact, years later, that is a huge red flag.
There's so much to unpack here, and I don't want to sound judgy, but please do not call yourself normal. That is not normal behavior.
It's just like, I swear I'm normal.
All right, we're going to stay right here in weird.
Why not?
Hey, Tiffany, good morning. You're on the Bert Show.
Good morning.
Good morning.
So I used to work at a daycare. It was like 17 years ago, and there was a kid that was about 4 years old. His mom would come in and pick him up, and he would act like he wanted the Ninny, and she would say, well, that one's not yours, that one's Daddy's, and she would tell us that they both would breastfeed at the same time every night.
What is happening on the Bert Show today? What is happening?
So you're Tiffany. You're the daycare
Yes.
worker. She comes in.
Yes.
And she says her 4-year-old child and her husband breastfeed from her at the same time every night.
Yes, and this was, I worked there for years. Like this week, yes, it was like a known thing. It was insane, crazy. The dad would even come in and talk about it too.
I can't.
Why would you publicly talk about it?
Because you don't think anything's wrong with it.
Is this something you call Child Protective Services on?
No.
Only if the baby's underfed.
Call somebody. I don't know.
You call us.
The baby is underfed, but the husband is obese.
The Bert Show.